solar-powered flashlight, smell-o-vision, shake weight, and you cannot forget the 3D TV. What do all of these things have in common? They're really crappy ideas. Here's how to never come up with a bad idea ever again. Hey guys, it's Brian back at you with another video where my goal is to mentor you to a rewarding career and to help you create a life you're proud of. And in that endeavor, today I'm going to tell you how to come up with great ideas. So I want you to picture yourself in this scenario. You're in a meeting with your boss, with your colleagues, you're all sitting around in a boardroom, and your boss is asking for all of you to come up with a very clever way to sell your product to more millennials. So in that moment, what are you going to say to your boss? What are you going to say to your team? You've got the spotlight on you. What are you going to do or say to really hit it home? Let's try a different scenario. Let's say you are looking to break into a brand new career path for yourself. You've applied to at least 15 other companies, you submitted your cover letter and your resume, you took the time to speak to a career advisor, made sure there were no spelling mistakes, you made sure that you had all the right elements to it. You're getting interviews, but for some reason you're just not closing the deals, you're just not getting the job offers that you really want. It seems like you've done all the right things, but what's that next step? What's that catalyst that will really help to get those offers coming in? So in either situation, there is an underlying requirement that's missing to help you stand out in such competitive waters where a high level of competence is already assumed. There's another element of the equation that will really set you apart, and this is a creativity element known as coming up with great ideas. So how do you do that? How do you come up with great ideas that will elevate you to that next level? Coming up with a great idea is not you sitting in a room thinking about what a good idea or great idea could be. Sure, it could help you get started. You might come up with some decent ideas, but will they be great ideas? Not likely. And chances are they'll be ideas that everyone else will come up with. They will likely be bland, generic, and boring. Instead, I want you to see it from a different point of view. Let's say I tasked you to build an amazing, out of this world building, fortress, castle, or structure out of Lego. Your building has to be something that no one else has seen before, that will be jaw-dropping, absolutely stunning, and if I were a developer and I saw it, that I would want to pay you to take that idea and build a real life structure. Now, common sense would then dictate that you would go to your office and start thinking or sketching out what this building might look like, how tall it's going to be, how wide it's going to be, the shape of it, if it's going to have any curves to it or any protrusions. The point here is that it's a very internal process. It's very introverted. It's a one-way dialogue between you and yourself. What if instead you decide to go grab some old Lego sets that you have and pour all those pieces onto the floor? At this point, you get to see all the Lego pieces that are available to you. Some might have moving parts, some might be motorized, some might swivel in a certain direction, some might be a very stiff or strong piece. Whatever the case may be, you seeing the physical pieces available to you will really add another dimension to your thinking, to your ideas. Now the dialogue starts to shift away from you and yourself to you, yourself, and the Lego pieces. Now let's say you decide to go talk to your parents. You talk to your mom or your dad, and you ask them about what they think about their house. What would they do if they had the chance to renovate it? To make it more functional or more aesthetically pleasing, or maybe just more energetically pleasing with more open spaces, bigger rooms, brighter colors, and more windows. You see, now the dialogue is really going in different directions between you, yourself, your parents, and the Lego pieces. So now you can take all this feedback and integrate it into your Lego fortress. Perhaps you've decided that the theme of your building is to be peaceful energy. Now you're building your high-rise, your tower, your castle, your fortress with this theme in mind, and it dictates the Lego pieces that will go together, it dictates the size of the building, how tall it's going to be, and it also dictates how the room or the layout's going to be. So essentially now you have a creative idea that has really provided function, purpose, and meaning, and has really allowed it to take a life of its own. It's about getting as many Lego pieces as you can onto the table, collaborating with others, talking to other people so you get even more information, looking at everything that you got, and then extracting that great idea from it all. And really, it's this collaborative process where amazing ideas come from. So what can you do right now to help you come up with great ideas? What I recommend that you do is something that I call information immersion. That's right, you want to expose yourself to information that you're not particularly familiar with, to explore things that might be out of your day-to-day activities, to learn things to satisfy your curiosity. It could be an interest of yours that you haven't had a chance to explore, or maybe you're just doing it for the sake of learning something new because, well, you watched this video. You could read books, listen to audiobooks, read newspapers, sign up for news feeds or newsletters. At this point, you want to select for topics that are outside of your norm, whether it be health, politics, philosophy, technology, whatever the case may be for you. And one thing I like to do in my practice of information immersion is to watch YouTube videos. I could be doing a menial task like cooking or cleaning, and I'll just put YouTube on. It could be something like the importance of physical movement. I'll just search for that topic, find a playlist, hit that play button, and let it go as I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And over time, that information does stick with you. Of course, I might not know how that information is going to help me later on in life, but I will say that in many instances in the past, I found that information immersion has really helped strike up new and different ways of thinking for me to tackle problems at work, at home, in my relationships, or dealing with other people, or even to help me get a promotion or get a raise. Like I said, coming up with a great idea isn't about thinking of a good idea. It's about collaborating with others and gathering as much information as I can, learning about everything and anything, learning from anyone and everyone, all in the hopes to look at all that information and to extract the great idea from all of it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, please hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I always appreciate that. And if you have a question that you want me to answer in a future video, go to my website, 101mentoring.com, and submit your questions to me there. Guys, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.